Hello, I'm Sam Peterson. I'm an old gay trans man and I love knives, and I'm not here to rate them or tell you about the newest, the fastest, the bestest, the kapowest. I'm here to queerly share my queer love of knives with you. Like and subscribe. Hello, you gorgeous lunatics. Ha! There was an all-women band where I lived in Brooklyn in the 80s called the Lunachicks. They lived across the street corner from me, and they would stumble out in the early morning, all punk, tattooed, smoking, off a gig. I digress. They were awesome. I have two black-washed beauties for you today. Yay! One of which is a knife I don't think I'll actually ever find a use for. But it looks so great, I'm loath to let it go. And that is the, drum roll please, wrong pocket, drum roll please again, Vosteed Mini Labrador. Da-da-da-da, pow-pow-pow, pow, pew, 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 pew. When I saw this dwarfish instrument, I was immediately charmed. It's got absolutely classic textbook knife lines. Like if you looked up pocket life in a tiny dictionary, you might see this knife. Or a buck knife, or a case knife. I digress again. Ah! Look at this tiny knife. It is so wee. It's so wee, it's almost twee. If I had a young kid, I might give this to them. I might. But I don't. I'm a 5'6" short guy, and this is too small. I know, mini in the title should have given me a clue, but I know that. I looked at the specs and everything before purchasing it. I did. But I still didn't fully fathom the tweeness of this tiny blade. It's not cute. Well, it's a little cute. It's a little too sophisticated to be cute. It makes me want a full-sized Labrador lab knife, but only in titanium. I'm not interested in the lab they have right now, which is in micarta and like 154 cm or something like that. Not interested. This would be a great premium materials knife. And Vosteed hasn't produced that yet, so until then, I'm stuck salivating over a tiny knife and an unsatiated yearning. I don't have many small knives. I have the CJRB Mini Pyrite, love, and my new TRM Holy Nerd, love. Those are working blades. Both of them are working knives. This just seems like display for me for some reason. It's totally fine to be used. I mean, and you could use it. I just can't wrap myself around the idea that this is a viable blade. However, thoughts? Do you have any? Now, before I go into my next knife, I want to show you something. Have I shown you this? I don't think so. I have this denim jacket. Things are like literally falling off it as I raise it up. And I've been sewing little knife patches on it that I've got, and I have my MKM patch, I have a giant mouse patch, TRM patch, cats and coffee patch, and these are, I'm in the process of doing all these patches because, you know, I'm 12, which was the last time I had a jean jacket with patches on it. I literally was 12. This is a wee Civivi patch, wee Civivi, but it's in that rubber material. I also have a Fight Racism patch and a Compass patch, which I feel are both very much in line, and a Cat with a Knife patch, which seems to be a theme for me. This knife, this is the Jake Hoback OneSam. His knives are all Christian, so they're all named out after the Bible. I don't know why I'm giggling. I'm not Christian per se, But I love the name Sam. And I love this knife so much, I bought it twice. That's correct. You heard me. Twice. I had this knife a while back and I sold it, and I was very, very sad about it. It's a very fidgetable knife. You can, well, before I get into all that, let me give you some backstory. This version of the OneSam, this blacked out version, is on Knife Center site for over $400. Jake Hoback's knives were purportedly made in the USA with a hands-on finesse, hence their priciness. But some of the good sleuths of the web discovered his knives weren't always made from USA, or some of them have had non-American parts. So he was prevaricating about his product. There was a ton of backlash. People felt cheated, understandably, because he had presented his knives as all American, made in the USA. Now, the internet is very careful to say some knives may be Chinese, some knives may have Asian parts, especially a while ago, but the AI seemed to think that lately the blades were pretty uncorrupted, pretty much USA thoroughbred. I absolutely love and respect the heck out of this knife's design shape. Otherwise, the controversy might put me off, but the fact that it swells at the head, what she said, and is smaller at the rear, also her, it makes it really fit the hand. You know, I'm used to the swell at the bottom, like for a fixed blade, but this attenuates and it really fits my hand. The curves really index my finger nicely. I love the blade shape. It looks dangerous. So dangerous, you should say it in French. Dangereux. Very sharp, very pointy, very utilitarian. It looks pretty tactical, but it is definitely a working knife. My only complaint, and I do have one, is that it's very, very hard, she said. It's solid titanium, and it's just very hard. The edges are all chamfered. There's attention paid to comfort, for sure. However, there's no escaping that this is a solid chunk of metal. It's a solid chunk of metal. It's a little bit rough in the hand. However, I am super fond of this very interesting Christian knife. I hope we get along. I don't care for things that proselytize. So, none of that. However, I do like you. And I'm so glad you're here listening to a madman jibber jabber about pointy metal objects. There's something wrong with you, and I'm here for it. Love you so much. Bye-bye.